Gemini, this is your July monthly reading with Owlchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight up. I am so sorry. My phone died and I had already pulled your cards, so I'm going to leave them. My apologies. So again, your July monthly reading. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe so you know when new videos are published. And if you're a return subby, you know I love you and I appreciate it. So I'm pulling a card, or pulled a card for money, career, and love, and then overall communication, then a card for each week for this month. You have to forgive me, I'm a little tired and cotton mouth, but let's get through it. Overall stance this month and even communication, we got King of Pentacles. I would say this is the time this month to ground your energy, Gemini. You're ruled by Mercury. This is not the time to be all over the place. The King of Pentacles is a very grounded energy. It's very much focusing on things that know that there's purpose. That, like, for example, if you have, if you're interested in businesses, or if you're interested in creating something, focusing on like one or two things, not trying to do 50 or 75 things, Gemini. The King of Pentacles is all about knowing where to leverage his or her energy. That doesn't mean that you need to be everything to everyone this month. You really need to be putting yourself first, and it's more quality over quantity. So when it comes to communication, this is about being very clear, concise. You're giving very thorough directions. You're being very, clear in the intention and the expectations, and just making sure that you're not leaving room for error. Okay, Gem? Money, you got Two of Cups. So for some of you, this could be linking or hooking up with potential investors or partners. Maybe you're trying to go in 50-50 on something. This also can mean that you might be starting a business or combining resources with a friend, family, or a partner to get something off the ground. I always say be careful if it's a friend or a family member or even a lover. Make sure you have contracts in place and, everyone kind of knows where they stand. But the Two of Cups is really looking at, you and your most important relationships in your life, and where you want to put your time and money. You know what I mean? Like, do I want to work hard now so I have the ability to enjoy friends and family and kind of have more financial freedom? Or, do I want to have, time where I can kind of go on vacation, do what I want, when I want, spend what I want, and live life in the moment? Gemini, I really feel like you're looking at, what means the most to you right now and how your money is going to impact those relationships, okay? Career, we got 10 of Swords. Not the easiest energy to work with. 10 of Swords is an ending. 10 of Swords is obviously, feels like, really a really challenging, worst of the worst energy. Maybe for some of you, you might have been stabbed in the back at work. You cannot trust everyone, Gemini. Gemini, I say this because you are chatty Cathy. You're social butterfly. Sometimes you need to know what to say and who to say it to. 10 of Swords can also mean that you've come to the realization that what you're doing is literally driving you into the ground. Mentally, emotionally, physically, and it's time for a change. It's time for a shift. Maybe for some of you, it's like the straw broke the camel's back, and like something happened at work where you're just like, I'm done. There's no return. I can't. So if that's the case, start being proactive, look for something that's a better fit. But I feel like don't be too hard on yourself, Gemini, because it's almost like you might have had to go through this situation to know that it's your breaking point. Sometimes we have to learn our hardest lessons on our own, even though people, probably friends and family, tell us, hey, this is glaringly going to happen, but you need to go through it on your own because it pierces you, and it's something that you need to personally understand why, and you won't do it again, or you won't experience it again, or you won't put up with it. Your relationships this month look really good. If you're in a partnership, obviously marriage, significant other, whatever, even if it's family, friends, coworkers, relationships are taking off. I feel like the relationships you have and that are really strong and close, you feel very victorious. You feel like, it's almost like you have your tribe, and whatever happens, like, it's all good because the people that you have behind you, with you, to the side of you, to the front of you, it's like, these are my people, right? So, and for some of you, this can be, if you're in a relationship, you could be traveling with your partner. The Chariot card represents Cancer, so you could be traveling this month, just FYI, or planning travel in the future. So by car, it can be car or train, possibly, like a road trip, summer road trip. I haven't been on one of those since I was a kid. Singles, I feel, okay, singles for Gemini, I feel like a lot of you want to let loose because you kind of have been in the house or been not as social as you normally would like to be. If you are single, I would say take it. There could be people coming into your life, or you're charging into someone's, whatever the case is. Even though it feels fast and furious and very passionate, what I would say is take a step back, because you can derail very quickly if you're out of control. Meaning, if you're out of control of your emotions, Gemini, then you might derail, okay? And before you know it, you're like, oh, this is a toxic relationship and I don't know how we got here. Well, you allowed yourself to get there, Gemini. So what I would tell you is that if you feel like there's somebody really interesting and exciting and it starts to take off and it's like almost like this love bomb situation, be very careful, because things can move very quickly. And ultimately, Gemini, we know sometimes that you like the fun, flirty, not to be tied down, and all of a sudden you've led this person on, or there's expectations now, and that's not really in alignment of what you truly want. Just saying. All right. First week of this month, we got the Emperor card. Being very out of the gate, you could be a little stern, very direct, Gemini. You can be kind of laying the law. For some of you, this could be certainly work related, or even with your, expectations on what you have with your partnerships or investments, whatever the case is. You're being very clear, which is good. This first week, I also feel like you're bringing a lot of expertise to the table. You're bringing a lot of knowledge, understanding. You could be aligning to someone who's a little bit older than you, maybe a mentor or a strong father figure in your life, professionally or personally, it doesn't matter, that kind of giving you guidance this first week of July. So if so, take what resonates and leave the rest, I always say. Second week, you got 8 of coins, which for many of you, this person that could be coming in to give you advice, wisdom, guidance, you could really be taking what they say to heart. You're really putting the time in, the effort in, the work in to learn a new skill set. You're trying to understand how to, maybe apply yourself differently, new ways of working. For many of you, you're trying to understand the details of an industry, an organization, whatever it is. It's almost like the 8 of Pentacles is, again, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So for many of you, the teacher arrives and you're starting to be put to work and starting to put those skill sets into play and practice, maybe on the job training. Third week, this is not the time, Gemini, to get in your head and get stuck and then just stop and come to a halt. We know, and I'm saying this because I'm an Aquarius, so air signs are notorious for this, especially Gemini and Aquarius. 9 of Swords, do not mentally put yourself in a position where you're overthinking, letting the negativity, the unknown, the fear, the ego creep in, and it takes you on this downward spiral. For some of you, this is coming to terms that you don't know everything you need to, and maybe you really need a little bit more assistance or more education or knowledge, and it makes you kind of feel like put back on your heels, like, oh crap, I just can't. This is too much. This is some dark night of the soul work too. This is facing those fears. Where does that come from? Where are things stemming from? Do not run from it, Gemini. Work through this energy, okay? Untie your hands, mentally rest, and understand Go back to breath. Work through a problem step by step. Last week. This is always a bitch of an energy, and I'm not a fan of Seven of Swords. Yes, there could be people around you who are waiting for you to mess up, Gemini, waiting for you not to pay attention. You know, when you're the Emperor card, or if somebody's coming in your life and your attention is being taken, you know, or you're focusing on something, there could be people waiting for you to kind of be off on your game. So certainly it could be someone around you who's waiting to kind of swoop in when you're not looking. But I also think, Gemini, this can also be self-sabotage. I'm not worth it. Ego and fear. I don't think I can do it, so I'm just going to run and bail, and I'm going to do something maybe easier. Gemini, if you want something and something's worth it to you, it may not be easy, breezy, cover girl. There might be some hard work you got to put in. Stand your ground, figure it out. Do not self-sabotage, because you have a lot of potential this month to get things done, to get things moving, to build your skill sets, to gain more knowledge. Do not, run because it gets a little tough. Don't let this fear set in. Gemini, I know that this is kind of heavy energy, but I feel like you have a lot of potential to create something really wonderful. So if you have negative thoughts creep in, transmute it into something positive. Catch that negative thought and turn it into something positive. I can't do this. There's no way. I am finding a way. I am worthy. I'm aligning to people to get me to where I need to be. I'm ready. I'm open to receive. You can do this, Gemini. If you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, make sure you do so you get more free insights. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.